Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Observe and Proceed, where I observe, then proceed to react. I hope everyone's having a blessed day out there, a blessed week. And today we got a rare California law enforcement W. That's right, a rare one because they did a successful pit maneuver in California. I've never seen it. You almost never see it, actually. Yeah, I guess it happened in Gardena, which is a city in LA County, kind of towards South Central and Compton over there, kind of in between that. So it's LA County, and they didn't only do a successful pit maneuver. It was damn near perfection, man. You got to see it. We're gonna get right into it. Firstly, I want to thank everyone that's been subbing, that's been subscribing. Highly appreciate you. If you give me a like, a sub right now, I'll appreciate you too. If not, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Let's just get into it.
Police that's following that stolen F-150 pickup truck in the middle part of your screen there. That is going to be the red truck you see there. Let's go up to Desmond Shaw in SkyCal with the very latest. Des.
Stolen pickup.
Yeah, look at this huge truck just flying along here, Jeff, up to 65 miles an hour as we are at Carson and Western. So pretty busy out here at the end of rush hour traffic. This is Gardena PD that are in pursuit of this vehicle, and they were saying no plates on this vehicle.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Gardena PD. They apparently are the best law enforcement agency in the whole state of California. Shout out. Applause.
So I think the assumption is that this car may be stolen and just driving really, really crazy here. Now, southbound on Western, again, one of the smaller agencies, Gardena PD, they have a LA County Sheriff's Deputies helicopter overhead. So they have this covered both from the sky and the ground. I believe they had some difficulty locating this vehicle at one point from the air, but they are now overhead and kind of locked in. And this suspect is definitely driving pretty desperately now. Southbound on Western here through the South Bay. A huge truck with no plates, possibly stolen, with Gardena PD. Jeff and Mike.
Yeah, so Des, tell us.
Hold on. He said possibly stolen. But they already have it blasted right here saying stolen pickup. Man, the news, they just be adding extras sometimes. I bet, like, it might not even be stolen. Because look at all the stuff in the back, bro. And look at the roof. Who would want to steal that? If I'm stealing cars, I'm not going to steal a car like that. You know, I'm just saying.
About the driver, are there any passengers? Other information about that?
They haven't heard any other information about how many people are in the vehicle. Once we get an opportunity to try to look at through the windshield, if the angle allows us to, we will see what we can see. Whoa! Look at that! They're trying to pit maneuver there.
Oh,
look like that's pretty crazy.
Okay.
They
try to do it right there. I didn't even know that.
Whatever this is, a heavy-duty Ford F-250 or 350. Looks like that might have kind of got the driver's attention here at up to pretty high speeds again, over 60 miles an hour. Pretty surprising thing to see there, but you know, sometimes we see that from some of these,
runs
smaller
deep.
agencies. We see them, take a bit more of an aggressive tack than some of the other agencies, crossing all these lanes.
That's the longest street in LA County
here through another big intersection, Sepulveda and Cabrillo. So we'll see what they're going to do now that they've really got this driver's attention.
Yeah, I just really don't know what the physics are on something like that, a smaller vehicle. I'm going to bring in Mike Rogers with the assignment desk over a bigger vehicle. Now, the F-150 is going to be
ran the red.
Pickup,
yeah, you know what?
250, we don't know if
he's
it
driving
is
pretty
150
erratic.
or 250. 250 is going to be 3/4 ton, more heavy-duty pickup truck.
I can see why they wanted to end this
quick.
quick.
Here do come into play, Mike, but nonetheless, they at least look to appear to try to pit maneuver.
Yeah, they do. And you know, Jeff, we've dealt with this before. There was a pursuit that came out of the Lost Hills, Calabasas area with actually a truck that was a bit bigger than this, but you know, they tried to do a pit maneuver as well, and the patrol car, essentially kind of just bounced off of it a little bit. It didn't even, the truck didn't even spin. This is a smaller.
Right. They don't know how to pit maneuver in California. That's why this is going to be so amazing.
Truck, so it may spin, but yeah, you're right. I mean, if this is top heavy, it's a heavy duty truck, it could cause a lot of damage doing that pit maneuver. Jeff, I also want to mention that Gardena PD has had the opportunity to hand this over to CHP when he was on the one.
Oh!
Well, that was successful. Let's see what
happens.
There it
is.
As he goes into reverse.
There it
They
is.
got the Gardena units to the front.
Beautiful. Blocked them off right away.
Des, take it from here.
Gives them no chance to get away.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what an aggressive move.
Aggressive, great
Gardena
move.
PD
Let's see
really
that
wanted
again.
to
Let's
bring
see
this-
that again.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
Goes into
I want to mention that Gardena PD
Look at
has
this.
had the opportunity
This is
to hand this over to the CHP
perfection.
when he was on the one. Here we go again. Oh,
Boom.
well, that was successful. Let's see what happens.
Boom,
here.
right
It
into that tree
goes
and that
into reverse.
post.
They got
Pulled in right away. LAPD, let's say they did a pit maneuver, which would never happen. They don't do that. But if they did, hypothetically speaking, they wouldn't even pull up like this and block the car off. The suspect would go running off, barricade himself somewhere. You know, they got him right away. Look
the
at that.
Gardena units to the front. Let's
ain't
go
going
back upstairs
nowhere.
to Des. Des, take it from here.
Yeah, I mean, wow, what an aggressive move. Gardena PD really wanted to bring this one to an end. You see all the units that were ready, and all of them almost simultaneously got out of the vehicle here with their weapons drawn. It does look like there's only one person in the car, and this suspect has their hands out the window. I think they realize that they do not.
They're not
want to be
playing,
messing
bro.
with Gardena
And he
PD
knows
this
they're not
evening.
playing.
Crenshaw Boulevard and Sepulveda, one of the busiest intersections in the South Bay, where this is now coming to an end, seeing some hands out the window. So hopefully this is going to be it for this one.
That's true. They did on Crenshaw and Sepulveda. That is a busy intersection. They wanted to show out, bro. I'm telling you.
We think there's just, obviously the driver in there. This is a stolen pickup truck. That's Gardena police at the front there. The successful pit maneuver happened just a moment ago, and that unit went off. Those three units there with Gardena police at the front as we wait for this suspect to come out. As Des said, the door's now open. His hands have popped out. I do think that's going to be an F-250 heavy-duty truck.
What's
but that
taking
was a
so long to get
successful
out,
pit maneuver, and we don't see that very often. I wonder if we could talk a little bit about Mike as we wait to see and get code 4 on this with the arrest and whatnot. Does this depend on the different agencies? Gardena did this pretty quickly. We've seen that not with every single department.
right. Each agency has their own rules. You know, to be honest, in LA County, if this was an LA County chase, you probably wouldn't even have ground units behind it if it was just a stolen vehicle. Each agency is their own. I was mentioning right before that pit maneuver, Gardena PD had the opportunity to hand it off. There's that pit maneuver again. Had the opportunity to hand it off to CHP when it was on the freeway, but actually said they didn't want CHP's help. They wanted.
That's right. They're like, CHP, sit back and watch us show you how it's done. Bravo, bro. Bravo.
hang on to this, which we do see time to time in these smaller agencies. They want to keep their own pursuits and end it the way they want to end it, which, you know, they chose to do with a pit maneuver today.
So that gentleman who was there, the suspect, kind of walked back on his knees to those officers as they take him into custody. Let's go back up to
They already
Desmond
cuffed
Shaw
him,
as
and
we're
then
pretty
he's like,
close
you
to
know
wrapping
what?
this
I'm going
up,
to put my
unless
knee on
there's
your
any
back.
reports of another person inside that vehicle. Des?
Yeah, they're going to definitely go and clear the vehicle right there, and you see the officer standing by with the taser just in case this suspect decides to resist, but it does look like they are complying now at this point. So calling out definitely to see if there's any other people in the vehicle. They're asking the suspect, is there anyone with you?
They still got,
This
yeah,
is,
they still got guns pointed at the
It looks
truck.
like, if we can slide
There's someone
back to
in
the
there.
south just a little bit, we'll see as they come through the
Or they don't
passenger
believe
side,
him.
But I think we're going to see four fingers here in a second, as it looked like there was
No one's in there.
only the driver in the car.
It didn't look like
Passenger
it.
seat was empty. It's just a question of anyone is in the back seats.
Hey,
And
man, they're not playing around. They are trained. You don't see this in California. I mean, you might see this in other states, but you don't see this over here. That's why I'm acting like this.
We are all good here. Didn't see the four fingers, but you see the more relaxed attitude here from the police. So one suspect in custody, pretty aggressive end there by
Okay,
Gardena
Des, thank
PD,
you so
bringing
much
this
as we
one,
take a
to
look
an end.
there.
They
at,
cut him off.
late-
All right, let's go to the comments. Very professionally done, and it did not take 12 hours of chasing idiots all over the city and back. Yeah, that's definitely LAPD. LAPD and CHP can take lessons from Gardena PD. Yeah. I mean, also, I'm not sure about the laws and stuff, but this is LA County, so kudos to the officer who executed a spectacular pit maneuver. I'm telling you, that was perfection, bro. Yeah, everyone's giving props over here. Nicely done. And they're shedding on the CHP, LAPD, and the sheriffs. Well, finally, an agency that could take an aggressive stance and put things to end immediately. Unlike LA and Orange County, and man, even Orange County's catching strays, where they let things go for hours and hours and put the whole public at risk. this aggressive society, we need to go back to doing old school police work. Hats off to Gardena PD. I mean, that's all that pretty much needs to be said right here, bro. Like, this is how it's done. It truly is. Anyway, guys, please like, please subscribe. You know, there will be another police pursuit probably right now. So I'm going to react to it ASAP. Have a new video out for you guys right away. And, you know, I'm going to get into other topics as well. So keep it locked. Please sub. Please like. I'm out.